What are you, Spencer Christian?
I logged many hours looking over the maps, the satellite imagery, the water vapor analyses. I looked over it all for many years, day after day, night after night, keeping the public informed. And I kind of thought, even though I've hung it all up, now I bow to people like Spencer Christian, who's going to be on in a moment. I thought, this is such an extraordinary storm. Maybe they're going to call me back. You know, like Space Cowboys, where they called Clint Eastwood and Tommy Lee Jones. Remember the old astronauts, because they're the only ones who work the ship or whatever?
This is the moment. This is your time to shine. This is, you're needed. You're desperately needed. Put the suit back on and climb back in.
Thank you, because that's what I did. I opened the closet, and there it was, my dark suit, my credibility suit. I took it off the hanger, and I saw that it still was in perfect, pristine condition. I got my fresh, pressed white shirt, and I hung it right next to it. I got my tie, the best tie. You know, there are about 5 great ties I have. I have 500 ties, but 5 really strong ones for the big storms. And I got that tie, and I hung it there next. And then I got the pocket square. I was ready, Kim.
Oh, you were?
I waited. I really waited. I thought, these guys, it's an extraordinary circumstance. It's once in a lifetime. They're going to call in the old astronaut. They're going to call in Mark Thompson. This is a Mark Thompson level storm.
Which one do you use, Mark Thompson?
Never got the call, Kim.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know?
Yep.
Do you know who I am? I'm kind of a big deal.
I was, to be honest, I was emotional about it.
I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry.
It was,
I can see that.
It was tough. But anyway, somebody who's still in the game joins us next.
The Mark Thompson Show.
How about it for the gold standard of weather forecaster, Spencer Christian, everybody?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
Mark,
what you want.
that was impressive, Mark. I like I shouldn't be surprised by your facility with meteorological parlance, but you described that storm perfectly.
Yes, the storm had both the Arctic component and the subtropical component, right?
That's right. And that's why Southern California gets slammed more heavily than Northern California. Exactly.
Yeah. Now, let's start in the Bay Area, and then maybe you can give us a sense for all of California. But what do we expect? What's going on now? How will that change over the next couple of days? What does the week look like?
Okay, so right now the Bay Area is getting hit with the second in a series of 3 storms. The first one came in yesterday, produced quite a bit of rainfall, mainly in heavy downpours, not with sustained light rain. That ended last night. The second storm is hitting us right now. This is a colder storm with snow levels down to about 2,500 feet, probably dropping even lower. And it's producing rain right now and an occasional wind gust. It's not, like steady, hard blowing wind, but occasional gusts. This one will wind down this evening, sometime after about 9 p.m. And then the third one comes in tomorrow morning, and that's going to be even colder. It's not going to contain quite so much moisture, so precipitation totals will be lower with tomorrow's storm, but the snow levels will be lower, down to about 1,800 to 2,000 feet, which means more snow will accumulate around the Bay Area. We'll be looking at all those videos again tomorrow.
We actually have some pics of the snow. I'm looking for them. Do you have them, Kim?
We do. I have got a bunch of them. Let's go to Christina in Discovery Bay. Yeah, here she's got her friend's dogs.
Wow.
There's another shot.
How cool is that?
Yeah, kind of a Mount Diablo situation.
Yeah, that's a lot of snow at Discovery Bay. Whew.
That is also a shot from Mount Diablo. So that's a nice one.
Yeah.
That's a really pretty with the green rolling hills, and then boom, there's the snow up above. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this one taken from Jacksonville. They get snow there, but they said the person saying they got more snow than normal. So this is in Jacksonville, which I think is in the Sierra Foothills.
Oh, okay.
Rich and Nancy from Tenuta Vineyards.
Yeah.
They were on the way to Southern California from Temecula. And these are the pictures that they have shot along the way.
Wow.
And then Lisa and Mary Claire. This is in the Brentwood area as well. Brentwood Sunday snow day, they call it. Look at that.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's real snow. I mean,
It's now
Yeah.
that gives you an idea of
That's not fake. That's real.
This one taken in Campbell. So these are the hills in the South Bay. That's Kathy from Campbell.
yeah.
And I've got one more for you. This one from the North Bay. And this is from Kimberly, taken from Kentwood, looking toward Mount Hood.
Wow.
Look at the vineyards, snow over the vineyards.
That really is stunning. It
Yeah.
really is stunning. Spencer, you can speak to this a little bit, just even in general terms. Before I get to this question about water, so as I understand it, we'll have off and on. There will be gusts. There will be periods of heavy rain. That's the way I see it. When does that begin to diminish? When does that kind of wind down?
Oh, good. Yeah, that's good. That's the question we need to address. So the heaviest precipitation, strongest wind gusts from this storm will occur before 1 p.m. So late morning to midday, basically, is it. And then in the late afternoon, early evening, this storm will start to lose a little bit of its energy. It'll still be with us, but there'll be more widely scattered pockets of rain as opposed to, blankets of rain.
And I'm sorry, and on the horizon, you see what behind this?
One more coming in early tomorrow morning. The storm we have today began hitting the Bay Area in the middle of rush hour, basically. It's like between 6 and 9 a.m. Tomorrow's storm may arrive a little bit earlier, just before the morning commute begins. We consider the start of the morning commute to be around 5 a.m. Tomorrow's storm will probably roll in around 4 a.m. Not just hitting the North Bay first and sweeping southward, as our storms often do. It's pretty much going to slam the coast, all of the coast from the Sonoma County coastline down to the San Mateo County coastline, and then sweep eastward before it drops southward.
And speaking of eastward, sorry, I was just going to say that the storm that moved through California Friday on through the weekend, that's now blasting the east. I mean, it's now in the middle part of the country, but it's a serious, potent storm system.
Yeah, well, and you've been doing weather a long time. I mean, it's rather unusual for a storm to maintain its structure and its energy that long a distance. Many of these storms kind of fizzle out over the Rocky Mountains. This one just regrouped and re-energized, and now it's an eastern storm.
Yeah. Kim, go ahead. Sorry.
I have video from Nancy and Felton. I'm not sure if we can talk over it. I think we can.
Yeah, this is it's like a pristine kind of scene. Trees, wooded. Wow, what a beautiful place you're listening. Yeah, it really is pretty. It's all these gorgeous trees and this light snow falling on it all.
Where are my weed smokers at?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you know. Spencer, I was going to touch on just in the last minute the water situation. I think we can say that things are getting substantially better in California, wouldn't you say?
We can, right? There's no region of the state right now that is in the severe drought. Moderate drought is considered fine. That's normal, and that's pretty much where we are right now. And it's just getting better with these storms that are, the spacing between these recent storms has been ideal. We got overwhelmed. What was it, a month ago, with that deluge of big storms with no breaks in between? But these storms are giving us the water supply we need, the snowpack we need, but without the flooding and the mudsliding and all the disastrous stuff. There has been some other impact that's on the damaging side. That is, the wind gusts have blown down some trees and knocked out power for a while, but we're not having the devastating flooding and mudslides, and that's good.
This just comes in. Last thing for Spencer Christian. John says, Mark, please ask NOAA to get rid of the grapple term for snow and ice. It's like the BS of the atmospheric river for the Pineapple Express that they've used for decades or longer. Grapple, as it's called, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I mean, it's not the BS term quite that you're saying it is, John, right, Spence?
That's true. It's sort of like it's either like crunchy snow or mushy sleet, mushy hail.
Yeah, I mean, at some point somebody made the word up or, applied the word. That's true, but it has been around for a while, so there's
Yeah,
that.
it has. But Mark, the thing that getting back to the atmospheric river thing, that doesn't bother me so much now that people have stopped saying Pineapple Express, they're saying atmospheric river. What bothers me is people in the news business, like the anchors and the reporters and the writers, are referring to each individual storm as an atmospheric river.
Yes, I
We
agree.
got hit with a series of atmospheric rivers. No, we were hit with a series of storms that rode the atmospheric river.
Right, exactly. This is the danger. You know what I mean? It's really, yeah. But what I know, I saw that when they super you now on the show, they mention Hollywood Squares just to wind me up. They know I'm hurt by the fact that I was never on Hollywood
Did I
Squares.
tell you about my dinner with the Pope? No, I'm kidding.
Spencer, go be a big TV star. Thank you for being here. Spencer Christian,
Yes.
everybody. Come on.
Bye.
Love it.